take in this majestic, homeless look, because this will be the last video where I look like shit. Because I have self-awareness, unlike TK, Tony Khan, wrestling savior, yeah, he's the one, he is TK. Tony Khan giving wrestlers hugs, and he might be on drugs, yes, he's TK. Credit to Marvin the Monster from Tooneytown Wrestling for that amazing little Tony Khan song. Now, we've got a lot to talk about today, but the main thing I want to get into right now is TK, Tony Khan. And Tony Khan is a little bitch, because when Jeff Hardy got injured by Sammy Guevara from a botched shooting star press, I put the clip up on X and I said the AEW needs a performance center, or if we want to take WWE out of the equation, because everyone says, but WWE, they've had injuries as well. Let's call it a training center then. And in this training center, AEW wrestlers need to learn how to be safer. This is the point I'm getting at. This is not a WWE versus AEW thing. This is a wrestlers need to work safer thing. And people didn't seem to get that. They just wanted to make it about this company versus this company. And it simply doesn't work like that. But Tony Khan also took it that way and had my post taken down. Tony Khan and Aubrey Edwards, Don Stevens, went out of their way to get a nobody like me cancelled and silenced because they don't want any negativity about AEW anywhere. And I find that to be absolutely 100% pathetic. Now, if I'd put this clip on YouTube and it was of their cam footage, I'd understand. Cool, take it down, whatever. But it's on X, and I don't know if it was their footage or a fan cam footage. I believe it was a fan cam. So realistically, they had no right to take that down. I'd go back and look. I'm pretty sure it must have been a fan cam, because it was before Rampage aired. It was after it was taped, and then it aired on the Friday. So it was with a fan cam, which means they had no right to take it down to begin with. So once again, AEW are manipulating copyright systems in order to silence any negativity going their way, even when it's simply constructive criticism. No tribalism in that. I am a tribalist. I am a WWE dick rider. But there was no tribalism with that post. And Tony Khan went out of his way to have it taken down. And Tony Khan's a bitch, because that's not the only stupid thing he's done this week. O'Shea Jackson Jr., the son of the great Ice Cube, went on Chris Van Vliet, and he said that if he asks online who a wrestler is in AEW, he shouldn't be bombarded with hate. People calling him a dick rider and not a real wrestling fan. Now, this is because Tony Khan does not introduce people properly. He does not hype people up. And Triple H has had this problem as well. I'm not just going at Tony here. Triple H has also sent people out onto TV that we don't know who they are, expecting to get a big pop for him because they was on NXT. And most people, casuals, had no idea who the fuck they was and got no reaction whatsoever. It was crickets when people like Candice LeRae debuted on Raw. Crickets. Nothing. Right? So it's not only Tony that has this problem, but I think Triple H has worked out that he needs to hype people up instead of forcing them out there. Well, Tony hasn't realised this, and Tony refuses to accept this. Now, after O'Shea Jackson Jr. said this, I'm just going to call him Cube Jr. because it's a bit of a mouthful. After Ice Cube Jr. said this, a bunch of AEW fans went after him, and one of them tagged Ice Cube, saying that Ice Cube should have pulled out, basically. And Ice Cube responded to this, making it pretty mainstream, calling him a piece of shit. So that led Tony to respond, not directly to Ice Cube, but he tagged Ice Cube Jr. And he told Ice Cube Jr. to watch more wrestling, because all wrestling is good. That is not how to handle it. Tony Khan is a businessman, a wrestling promoter, and the owner of a four television shows. I don't know if you'd count ROH as a television show, it's not on TV. 3 television shows. And instead of hyping up his television shows and making characters on his television shows interesting, he is telling people to go and watch other television shows, so those people now know who the people are that are on his television show. It's fucking stupid. My God. I just can't fathom it. I can't fathom it. Vince Russo does a better job at introducing people than fucking Tony Khan, and Vince Russo is the worst booker / writer in the fucking wrestling industry. Vince Russo's had some good moments, sure, but Tony Khan just takes the fucking piss. He is the worst promoter, booker of all fucking time. The guy needs to fucking move along and put someone else in that situation, in that seat. Give someone else the booker role. Give someone else the media personality role. Alright? Because we don't want to... People don't want to sit there watching Tony Khan with his afro and his sunglasses at his media scrums talk for fucking 20 minutes after being asked one question. And for 19 of those minutes, he's talking about something completely irrelevant to the question. Now, I sort of understand that, because I do it. I do it sometimes where I just ramble on, I babble on about other things when someone's asked me something. But that's like it's like a form of social awkwardness. And that's what Tony Khan has. Tony Khan is very socially awkward. His heart's in the right place, but everything he does makes him look bad. And when he tries to fix those things, he makes everything 10 times worse. So Tony Khan isn't a bad guy. He's just a socially awkward, weird guy. That's all he is. He reminds me of me when I was 16. And a little bit of me now. Only a little bit, not a lot. Just a little bit. So Tony Khan, if you ever watch this, which you probably won't, sort your fucking shit out. Stop acting like a teenager and grow up and be a businessman. Thank you, TK Tony Khan. Now, I do not have my list with me. Oh, here it is. I thought I'd left it downstairs. Right. Now, John Cena. John Cena is on OnlyFans. Yeah, but it's not what you think. So, basically, Cena has created an OnlyFans for his character in a movie he's doing. I can't remember the name of the character of the movie because I don't have any notes in front of me. But something Ricky, maybe, I think. But that's why he's made this OnlyFans. I don't think he's posting anything on there, anything explicit. He's just promoting his movie with this OnlyFans account. So it's nothing to get worked up about. I don't want to hear, oh, Mandy Rose got fired. Why is John Cena not being fired? Because John Cena most likely ain't posting any explicit content on there. I don't see John Cena setting up OnlyFans. You know, the hero for all kids for 20 years, whacking his cock out on OnlyFans. I don't see that. And I don't think anyone else should be seeing that even. And John Cena ain't going to do that. He's simply just promoting a movie in a very weird way. And that's probably what his character does. I think his character is a failed celebrity or something, I don't know, and he's set up an OnlyFans to try and get more fame. I think that's what the character's meant to be, and I think that's why Cena has set it up. So don't worry about John Cena. He's not whacking his cock out to people on OnlyFans. He's just doing it to promote a movie. If I am wrong, though, please let me know. I'm not subscribing to John Cena's OnlyFans. Thank you very much. Austin Theory. Austin Theory has gone off at media for not taking wrestling seriously. Grayson Waller did this last month, I think, a couple months ago, when they was promoting Elimination Chamber on the news. They made fun of wrestling, and Waller wasn't happy about it, wanted to fight everyone. That sort of thing happened here with Austin Theory. I don't know what happened before, I don't know the context, but apparently the guy was saying that Theory's job was easy. As we all know as fans, professional wrestling isn't easy. It takes a lot of hard work, a lot of skill, and a lot of patience. And these people don't understand that, so Austin Theory went off. He threatened to fight the fucking news guy and everything. And what I'm going to say, it's not a work. I don't know why everyone thinks everything's a fucking work. It's not a work, right? It's not. It doesn't benefit anyone. It doesn't benefit the news because they look stupid. It doesn't benefit Austin Theory because he looks unprofessional. It doesn't benefit WWE because they look like they hire unprofessional people. And that's what I said about the Grayson Waller thing. Yes, it ups their reputation for us, but for mainstream, especially with what's going on right now with Vince and everything, it's not a good look. So, no, it's not a work. This really happened, and Austin Theory is a goat for standing up for professional wrestling, and so is Grayson Waller. And those guys, give them the fucking tag titles. Give them the tag titles immediately. Now. Do it. And another thing I want to go over before we get off. I've been here for a while. Before we get off. Christian is feuding with Edge and Daniel Garcia. Now, I like Daniel Garcia. Daniel Garcia is someone who shows a lot of potential for his age. He's the same age as me, born in 1998, and he's shown a lot of potential. And I think with the right guidance, Daniel Garcia could get somewhere in professional wrestling quite well. Now, this feud with Christian could be something to catapult him up the card a bit, to show everyone that he has something. But can AEW book this right? The answer's no. Because next week, they probably won't follow up. And they'll probably put Garcia in a random match, in a random six-man match with Vikingo or FTR or fucking Moxley or some shit, and not follow up whatsoever. Because that's what Tony Khan does. That is his style of booking. Doesn't make any sense and frustrates you. It's like when Garcia was doing that storyline with the BCC and the Jericho Appreciators, and he was with the Jericho Appreciators, and Danielson wanted him to either join the BCC or go off on his own and be a professional wrestler. Now, I thought this is a good story. They could have Garcia go off on his own and be a wrestler, or join the BCC. That was the not a good option. But the worst option was him staying with Jericho. And he stayed with Jericho. And I was really confused. Right, and this was before I discovered all the tribalism and everything. I was just, what's going on in AEW? And I watched what happened, and I just thought, no, why would you do that? Garcia should have gone on his own and be a babyface, not go with Jericho and wear stupid hats. But this could be a way to build Garcia up with Christian and Edge, and I think it would be good for him. Hopefully, Tony Khan doesn't fuck it up. But I know for a fact Tony Khan will fuck it up. There's probably some stuff I'm forgetting that happened this week, but it is what it is. Please, for God's sake, hit that like button. Hit the fucking like button. Hit the like button. Subscribe. Follow me on X at TheCrossman25 if it's still around. If Tony Khan hasn't found a way to get it suspended. And thanks for watching. I'll see you soon.